Show of hands if you or someone you know has experience with shift work. You're probably already aware that it's not great for your health and it appears to get worse the longer you're involved. Here's some numbers to set the scene. 40% more likely to get cardiovascular disease if you work in shift work. 50% more likely to get metabolic syndrome. 2.5 billion dollars are attributed annually to the cost of injuries and fatalities associated with shift work. Now we know this has something to do with poor sleep and mixed biological signals. For example, imagine it's midnight and you're halfway through your night shift. Your body clock's saying it's bedtime. You're releasing sleep-related hormones, your core temperature and heart rate are getting to their daily low, but you've got to work. So maybe you do some physical activity, you drink some coffee, you play on your phone, which beams artificial light directly into your eyeballs on top of the already artificially lit room, and you battle through till 7 o'clock the next morning. It's finally time to go home and get some sleep. But now you've got the opposite problem, right? You have to be alert during the drive, sun's coming up, it's getting brighter and warmer, all signals to your body that it's time to be awake. So you get these mixed biological signals, and the result is that despite the opportunity and need for sleep, we see a reduction not only in the total sleep time, but also the quality of that sleep. Now we know this affects our health. What we don't know is what are the specific causal mechanisms? Is it our cardiovascular system? Is it our metabolic health? Maybe it's our hormones or inflammatory systems. My first study aims to answer this question by comparing the physiological health of shift workers to non-shift workers in an attempt to identify the specific mechanisms responsible for poor health amongst our shift workers. But here's another number, 20. As in 20% of the population are currently involved in shift work, which means if you and 4 friends catch up for a drink tonight, one of you will be a shift worker. And if not, the bartender mixing cocktails definitely is. So even if I work out what the mechanisms are, they're not going to cancel shift work. They're not going to close the hospital at 5 o'clock in the afternoon because I asked them to. What we can do, however, is design and implement intervention strategies aimed at offsetting these negative health effects. Any ideas? How about exercise? So you may have heard the quote that if exercise could be prescribed in a pill, it'd be the most widely prescribed pill in the nation. Side effects include improving cardiovascular function, improving your body composition, increasing your life expectancy. So I've proposed a further 2 studies to investigate the acute, one-off, and chronic, 12-week, effect of exercise on these, well, hopefully thanks to study 1, previously identified causal mechanisms that associate shift work with poor health with the aim of offsetting those poor health. So I guess, in summary, my PhD aims to create a shift in focus to identifying the mechanisms responsible for poor health amongst our shift workers, and then using exercise as a tool to not only offset those negative health effects, making our workplace safer, but perhaps more importantly, our shift workers healthier. Thanks for your time.